Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich. That's Emery Hunter's Art of Playbook. Week 11 provides us with a matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. The Bears will host the Eagles. Both teams struggling. Both teams coming off bad losses. What are your keys to victory for Andy Reid, who had that offense struggling in San Diego inside the red zone? They were settling for too many field goals. They need to punch it in. And remember last year, 4 opportunities to get 1 yard and scored a touchdown to go ahead and win that Sunday night game at Chicago, and they failed 4 times in a row. That's why they have Leonard Weaver to smash him for that first couple of yards. LaShawn McCoy. Westbrook went out again with the head injury. We don't know if he'll be available or not. Probably not. It does not look good. What are your keys to victory?
Well, the Eagles, even though I like McNabb and he's a future Hall of Famer, you don't want to have McNabb throwing the ball 52 times. So the Eagles are going to have to run the ball this week. They're going to have to man up, run the ball with McCoy and Weaver, get those guys involved in that running game to push Chicago backwards and eat up that clock and really make these guys tired. Oh, woe is me, here we go again, Chicago Bears. So they have to run the ball this week. McCoy is really going to have a breakout game this week against the Chicago Bears front line with that Eagles offense. Second, defensively, Cutler. We talk about it is the holiday season. Cutler, you saw what happened last week, all those interceptions. You know, the Eagles have talented defensive backs that can catch interceptions. Better than Frisco cornerbacks can catch interceptions. So Asante Samuel, Sheldon Brown and company, they should have some great opportunities to catch the football this week. So they have to tighten up in the secondary and catch these interceptions this week against the Bears. Third, defensively, again for the Eagles, they're going to have to get after Cutler and shut down the run on the way to Cutler, because that A-gap is important. You look at the Bears' offensive line, they're pretty good. They have 3 good players on that offensive line. They have Williams at the tackle, they have Garza at the right guard, and Krutz at center. Everywhere else they have problems, so they might have some protection problems. So the Eagles will get after Cutler, and they have to get pressure on Cutler and slow down Forte, stop the run. Can't have the slip up like they did last week when they had Tomlinson had his best game this season. So they really have to stop the run. The Bears have problems running the football, so the Eagles should have some success in the stuffing the run, going to Cutler, causing those errant throws.
We know what the Bears' problem was. That's turning the ball in the red zone. When they have opportunities to score, especially inside the 5, they need to at least, if they can't score on 3 downs, at least get the 3. Robbie Gould, their field goal kicker, is one of the most accurate of all time. And the defense came around, but that's against an abysmal offense in San Francisco. This offense presents a lot more trouble. Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin. I mean, if you're going to have trouble guarding the Niners receivers, can you imagine these guys, how fast they are? Secondary has been struggling. What are your keys to victory for the Bears?
Well, this is what I noticed watching the Frisco and Bears football game. Olin Krutz has some problems snapping that shotgun snap. From the second quarter on, every snap was low. So that's something to watch. Like that's something. That's not a key to victory, but that's something to watch. But Chicago, we say this every week, has to get the running game going. You see now, you can't have Cutler back there, even though he has all the physical tools you need. You can't have Cutler back there throwing the ball 52 times as well, because he throws interceptions. So you have to get that running game going. Forte has to find some running room, create on his own. If the line is not blocked for it, they have to find some success in that running game. Also, second, if I'm attacking the Eagles defensively, I'm going to attack those linebackers in the passing game. So Forte, an excellent receiver out the backfield, has to catch the ball. And he's a really good receiver. Take those matchups on those Eagles linebackers with those running backs you have. Third, they're going to need a big play out of special teams. They're going to have someone score a touchdown. Hester, Manning, one of these guys knocks. One of these guys have to make a big play in the passing game. And the secondary really has to tighten up this week, because the Eagles come in with those talented wideouts. Jason Avant stepped up real big, had a real nice catch as well too. He's that possession guy. So they have to really step up. And they also have to utilize all their weapons, man. You know, with Olsen and those 3, they have some talent. They just have to protect the football in Chicago. I like the Eagles. I don't think the Bears. I don't think the Bears right now are focused enough to win. I think it's a lot of bubbling going along in that organization right now with Cutler and the defense. I've been on teams where in college where the offense is divided with the defense and everything. So I know what's going on right there. Plus the Eagles coming in with that passing attack, I think they may have some success against that secondary.
Yeah, I don't like the matchup, the passing attack, the Eagles against their secondary. Even if the Eagles' offensive line is having trouble, I think they could pass the ball. Brent Selleck, too, is quietly having a great year. I can't take the Bears again. They burned me too much in the past this season. I'm going with the Eagles. For more, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.